Wow.
Beautiful. And I am very, very convinced that you understand this topic we're discussing because of some of the things that you said regarding, what has been going on, regarding our security situation in the country. But we have soldiers who are died in the war front. We had people who had even told us that while they were in the theater of war, they saw these terrorists, they know these bandits, they know where they stay, and they were not given the order to give them the first salvo or probably take them out. And if they did, something else was going to happen. Do you think, with the US saying that we are willing to work with Nigeria, and then we also met with them at the Congress, having this conversation, how do you think we can get this intelligence? Who is going to help us with this intelligence? Is it from within? Is it from outside of the country? Even though accusing fingers had been pointed to some of these international communities, how should we navigate these murky waters?
Well, I think the problem is that we are not bereaved of intelligence. We are only bereaved of people who have the mind to be able to execute the intelligence. Severally, we've heard of reports of intelligence that have been given even before an attack occurs. Even the last abduction and the like, you will hear stories and counter stories about that from security agencies. The problem is not with the availability of intelligence. The problem is whether the intelligence will be used. And that is why Mr. President must be very intentional about who is going to become the next Minister of Defense, as it were. It should be somebody that is able to play 100% his own agenda without thinking of any other person. International communities, they all have their own agenda. Now, it may sound very good, it may sound right, I agree with you. Because for me, as a president, one of the things I expect Mr. President to do is to take over all mining sites in Nigeria. All mining sites in Nigeria. Mining is part of, is in the exclusive legislative list. So the federal government has that legal power. It should take over all, because mining sites is also one of the reasons why some of these foreign countries you are talking about, we arm bandits, we arm terrorists to disturb, dislocate communities so that they can have access in and out. Now that is a treason. It's not what you call a conspiracy theory. Yeah. It has happened. We have seen, yes. So if a government is able to take over and manage mining sites with the adequate security, we will not degenerate. Because if not so, a place like Zamfara, Kaduna, Plateau, Oyo State, and the like, over time may degenerate to become Democratic Republic of Congo, the richest yet the poorest. So these are things governments, if you are going to talk about holistic security, it's not just about terrorism. Terrorism has its own religious wing. Banditry has its own criminal wings and all those stuff like that. Government has to come all out against all these types of crime and criminality in the country, and to be able to successfully do it. If government is not taking over mining sites, government will not be able to successfully tame the activities of foreigners, as it were, when it comes to mining of mineral resources and all those stuff. It should be properly 100% under the control of government. Now, that is one area I think that government should be able to, Then, of course, it's good enough, Mr. President has said that clear all the forest. In clearing the forest, I look at it, it should be a geocombing strategy. Now, when I say geocombing, I simply mean that everything should be simultaneously coordinated. If you don't simultaneously coordinate everything all at once, you will see that when you are moving to forest in the northwest, they will move to forest in the northeast. When you get to forest now they begin to move around because they know where you are coming. They also have their own intents. They also have their own informant. So Mr. President should be able to ask the NSA and the Ministry of Defense and all the service chiefs and the police IG to put up a strategy to ensure that a proper coordination and combing of all our forests simultaneously at the same time. It can be a week operation, it can be a month operation, it doesn't matter, they know the duration to apply to it. But everything must be coordinated in such a manner that You come to the west, you will meet force there. You run to the east, you meet the force there. You run to the north, you meet it there. So there is nowhere to run to as far as the Federal Republic of Nigeria is concerned. It must be coordinated at the same time. If you do it one after the other, you would have succeeded in chasing saddles, because as at the time you are getting there, they are no longer there again.